Baba has given us the law that those who have faith are always victorious. Nishya buddhi vijayanti. But we need to understand the meaning of that, because yesterday also Baba talked about the ones who are victorious, and today also. Now, what does victory mean? So, the only meaningful victory is the victory over Maya, because every other victory is just an illusion. You win now and you lose later. So there is no celebration, it doesn't actually deserve any celebration, any victory, other than the victory over Maya. Because Baba says that if we become victorious over Maya now, and in this one birth, if I'm able to be constantly victorious over Maya, then for 21 births, I will go to a world of love, peace, purity, happiness, prosperity, where there will be no entry of Maya. And that is the only permanent victory. And Baba says that those who have faith are victorious. Now, Baba has told us about 4 kinds of faith. First is the faith in Baba. Then there is the faith in myself. Then there is faith in the drama. And then faith in the family, or in this, Brahmin family. But you could also talk about faith in every soul, every other soul. So these are the 4 kinds of faith that Baba talks about. So let me give you an example of faith in Baba. So, sometimes we think that, what is faith? What is the difference between faith and experience? Experience is based on proof. Faith is not based on proof. That is why sometimes people think that faith is blind. But faith is not blind. Faith is when you know something, although it may not be very apparent right now, but there is a deep knowing which is, deeper than whatever you are seeing or experiencing in the moment. And that is faith. And so when we talk about faith in Baba, so the one who has faith in Baba doesn't keep, doesn't keep changing their state of faith depending on whether they are victorious or, not victorious, or whether the scene in the drama is of happiness or sorrow, or, there is disease or health. So they know that Baba is with me. So, and we are crossing it together. It's not like I am doing it alone and Baba left me. So there is this story, I don't know if you have heard it, it's called The Footprint. And in that story, they say that there was a boy walking with God. And then on the beach, they were walking, and then there were 4 footprints, so 2 of the boy and 2 of God, that he could see on the sand as they walked, because God couldn't be seen, but he could see the footprints. And then later, when the storm came in the ocean, at that time, there were only 2 footprints. And then the boy complained that, God, you left me. So God said, no, those are my footprints. I was holding you in my arms. So you had no footprints at that time. So this is a story of faith. And I will tell you another story of faith in God. So there is this story when there was a drought in an area, and then they all prayed to God to give rain. And then everybody came and prayed, but there was a little child who brought an umbrella with himself, and then everybody said, it's a drought, why have you brought an umbrella? So he said, no, but it will rain because we are praying. So then for that I have brought the umbrella. So these are, this is about faith. And faith in God is not about, what is the situation right now, or whether it's a scene of sorrow or happiness, but I deeply know that Baba is with me. And you see, in bhakti, of course, Baba, we received indirect help. But now you see, we receive direct help, and we see that whenever, whatever we are facing or whatever situation we are in, Baba is also giving us teachings and filling us with power to overcome that at every moment. So, but we need to have that faith. And that is faith in Baba. And then there are 3 other faiths, but today we will talk about faith in Baba. And then Baba says, those who have faith in Baba, they never think that they are alone, and they are never sad. So Baba has given us his introduction. Baba says, I'm always there with you constantly. I never leave you alone. You may forget me, so you don't experience me, but I never leave you alone. And those who have faith in Baba, they never feel alone. And this feeling of being alone is a very big door to Maya. Yes, so, and this feeling of being alone has got nothing to do with how many relatives you have, how many friends you have, how many people say we are there for you. It's not about that. But it's this feeling when, when we souls get depleted, then there is this feeling that I am alone, and there is this sadness. And Baba says that those who have faith in me, they know that they are never alone. And this is very powerful. And if you do not feel sad, if you never feel alone, then there are many kinds of negative feelings, thoughts, which attract, negative possibilities, which you could avoid, or you could deal with just because of this one faith that Baba is with me. Yes, I remember there was this one, there was this one Mata, and it's a very bizarre story, but I have shared it earlier also, but I will tell you. So there was this Mata, and she was educated, working, everything, and then her husband was molesting their own daughter. And she knew that because the daughter confided in her. And then she was talking to her husband and telling her and stuff. And then I told her, why don't you just live separately with your daughter? So she said, no, I can't live alone. So I said, you can't live alone means? So she said, I don't know, I'm very afraid of living alone. I cannot, I'm very scared of that. So I said, but you are living with the person you should be. So, when you live alone, you are afraid of something. That person you should be afraid of is living in your home. So what is the point of not living alone? So she said, no, but even if that person is she said, even if he's a bakshak, I choose to live with that person. But she said, I'm just bearing my heart before you, don't judge me. But I'm more scared about living alone than about my daughter. And then, of course, there is, it is what it is. And then I told her, okay, so then what you do is you do the course. And she said, then what will happen? Will my daughter be saved? So I said, no, you will be saved from the very actions that are putting your daughter into threat. So then she said, okay, I don't understand what you're saying, but I'll still, because I've come to you and I have come with this thought that whatever you say, I'll do. So I will do the course. So she did the course, and then after around 3 months or 3.5 months, when she started having faith in Baba, she said, now I have the courage to be alone because I know that Baba is there with me. So then she drove the husband out. So you see that this is something that I have experienced firsthand. That you see, there are so many things. There is this whole idea that anybody, whether they are deserving, not deserving, whether they are wasting your time and energy, or they are negative, or whatever they have. Most people, I will tell you, 99.99% people choose to be with them rather than be alone. You look at all the people you are entertaining all day. Most of them, you just, because you feel alone, so you are with them, but they are mostly wasting your time and messing up with your thought. And most people are just leaving you with a feeling of being not enough or being insulted. But then most people don't choose to be alone because they are very scared of that. So Baba says that, and I'm not recommending that you should drive everybody out. But what I'm saying is, there should not be this compulsiveness. So there is a difference between when you do something out of choice and when you do something out of compulsiveness. So even in the center, we are talking to people all day. We are never physically alone also, because we are talking to people, we are inviting people into the center, and we are engaging with them. Why? Because that's a choice. We want to serve them. It's not a compulsion. It's not like I can't stay alone, so let me talk talk to phone, or talk to somebody over phone, or have them over, because I don't want to be alone. So this not being able to stay alone is a very big door of Maya. And Baba says that those who have faith in me, they never go through this feeling of limited disinterest, where you have you feel life is meaningless, or there is nothing meaningful in life. I remember there was this one brother. He was an officer in a company, and a very good family he had and everything. And he just said, I feel life is so meaningless and I have suicidal thoughts. And he said, and I feel ashamed of telling this to anybody, because there is no reason why I feel like this. He said, whenever I go to the sea, I feel like drowning myself in it. Whenever I see a bridge, I feel like jumping from it. And I don't know why I feel like that. He said, I'm not a sad person, let me tell you. I'm doing okay. I'm always fine. And it's not like I keep thinking about killing myself, but then whenever I see a bridge, I feel like jumping from it. Whenever I see a water body, I feel like jumping into it. So I don't know where this is coming from. And then he said, I thought this was normal. until my friend told me that he doesn't think like that. I thought that everybody who goes to the beach feels like drowning themselves. So I thought that, this is normal and everybody feels like that. But then one friend pointed it out when I was sharing it with him, because I never share this. And then I talked to many people and they said, no, this is not normal. And then I felt there's something wrong with me. So I came and I'm asking you, why do I feel like this? So I said, because you find your life meaningless, because you don't feel that, you are. Here comes faith in self. So when we talk about faith in self, it means that you feel that you are purposeful, your life is meaningful for yourself and for the world. You take your life seriously, not seriously as in you get serious about it, but you take your existence with importance. So you have faith that you matter, and you are the instrument of Baba, and you have to. So you take care of your mind, your body, and your thoughts, your vibrations, because you know that you are creating a new world out of it. So this is something that this faith in self gives you. So Baba says those who have faith, they never feel like I'm alone, or they never have limited disinterest. So Baba says limited disinterest is when you want to run away from the world. And unlimited disinterest is when you are there but you're detached. So Baba says you should have unlimited disinterest at all times, but never limited disinterest. So you should be very disinterestedly interested in everything. So you are very deeply interested in everything, but then there is a deeper disinterest that, okay, it's there, but it doesn't matter. So that is, so the people are, coming up with these terms these days. You have to be dispassionately passionate, and Baba says you have to be disinterestedly interested. So that is something that we have to learn. And Baba says that these feelings are the door to Maya, and they attract all the wrong kind of people to you. They attract all the wrong kind of situations to you. And I will tell you something that is kind of a social observation these days. So you see that even children, when they feel that parents are not available for them, so even if parents are physically available for them, financially available for them, but if the parents are not in touch with their own heart, then the children feel that the parents are not emotionally or spiritually available to them, and they feel lonely. And when they feel lonely, they start searching, they start looking, and then because the law says, as is the seed, so is the fruit. So if the seed is loneliness, you will not attract a good companion, never. So if you're full, you will attract somebody who is full. But if you are empty, you will attract somebody who's emptier. And then what happens is life becomes more miserable. So there is this thing about, so that is why even little children have to be introduced to Baba. And and you have to be the embodiment. So because when any new person, they come to the center, whether they are in a young body, old body, doesn't matter, they cannot connect immediately with Baba. So you have to be the embodiment of that that being who is there. And when you become that and then you introduce them to Baba, slowly, gradually, they also create that bridge, and then they start never feeling alone. I will tell you one example. There was this one person, and he did not understand Baba because he had not done the course. And he came to Dadi Janki, and he was going through some financial trouble, and then Dadi said it will be all right. So he said, no, but I don't know, I don't feel like it will be all right. And then you know what Dadi said? Dadi said, I am sitting here with you, nothing can happen to you. And Dadi is somebody who never speaks that language. So Dadi always says, Baba is there with you and nothing will happen to you. But Dadi said, I'm here sitting, so nothing will happen to you. And then, there was this one sister who was there, and she asked Dadi later, Dadi, why did you tell that to him? So she said, he doesn't know Baba, but he needs that strength and support that there is somebody with me. So I am talking on behalf of Baba here. So Baba says that, we have to, so children have to be an embodiment of that, and children will be an embodiment of that when you feel Baba's company and companionship all the time. And when you do that, then you will be the strength and support for everybody. You can give everybody cooperation, strength, support, and everybody will feel that you are there for them. And they will never feel alone when you are there. But you will also not get attached to it, because you're not doing that from an empty place. Because these days also, people offer to give strength and support and cooperation, but it comes from an empty place. So what happens is, so they give some time, and then what happens is they start begging for it. So now you give me support, you give me cooperation. But we children, Baba says, you take my company, you feel on the basis of faith, you know that even if there is a storm in and around you, it's okay. You are there with Baba and you're not alone, and you will fight it and win over it. And I remember there was this one brother, and we were sitting in a center, and then he just made a remark that what is remarkable is, you sisters in the center, you are alone and you handle things all alone, and it is very remarkable. And then, that sister, she said, who told you we are alone? So he said, no, but you are alone. So she said, no, I am with Baba all the time, and I do not handle things alone. And then that brother said, but, so then that sister told that brother that, see, I am seemingly alone, but I am not alone. And similarly, somebody may be in a crowd, but they may be very alone. Both these things are possible. And when you understand that, you understand who is true companion and what is true company. So, and true means, constant. Anything that's true cannot be inconsistent and not constant. So, Baba says, so this is on the basis of faith, because you can't see Baba. Baba is not visible to the naked eye. But if you realize that somebody must love you too much to every day give you so much sustenance, then you don't need faith. Then you don't need to see him. You understand that Baba is there, and then you have faith, and then you feel Baba's support and companionship all the time, and then you are willing to give that cooperation and support to everybody without getting attached to it. Because when you get attached to it, then the relationship, gets bad. And, expectations So even in the Brahmin family, I'll tell you from my own experience. So we are in the center working as instruments, and then there are children coming to Baba's home and taking sustenance from Baba. So if you are not full, you would start having expectations. And what is the difference between hope and expectation? It is the use of force. Telling somebody, motivating somebody, inspiring somebody is different from using force. And when you are disappointed with somebody, when you are disturbed because they are not doing as you say it, then you start applying force, and that force will show in your words, in your actions, and that force makes that relationship grow distant. And there is no need to beg, there is no need to force. Never in a relationship should you beg or force. You should always move with love, and love is something that influences very gently. So when you can see, when you sow the seed of love in somebody's heart, then they care for you, they care for what you say, they care for what you want, they care for what you are directing them to do, and they do it out of that care. And if it has come to begging and forcing, then just leave it. Don't do it. So this is the thing about gentle sustenance through love. And Baba says, when you are full, then you can give this gentle sustenance where you bind everybody with love, but there is no force. And everybody feels that you're there, and everybody takes support, gives cooperation, everything happens. But then there is no force, there is no compulsiveness. And these days people are trying to do that physically. So people say no strings attached, but strings are not physical, strings are very emotional. So no strings attached requires a very powerful soul. And this is something that I have understood from the observation in society and in this Brahmin life. And I will tell you one. So this is a little off track, but I'll still tell you. There was this one girl. She was all of 23 or 24 years of age, and she used to come to the center, and she would say that, I don't like my boyfriend to tell me what to do. And I don't like him telling and dictating that don't go here, don't go there, and don't do this, don't do that. So I said, okay, and are you willing to do the same? So are you also, okay with whatever he does, whatever he says? So she said, yes, I'm very open-minded. So I said, sometimes you don't know how open-minded or narrow-minded you are. So then she said, no, our generation is, not like that. We are very open-minded. We are not. So earlier in your generation, it was like this. But, in our generation, it is not like that. So I said, okay, fine. If it is like that, then, okay, it will work for you. Then some days later, she came and she told that my boyfriend cheated on me, and then I'm having a heartache and headache and this ache and that ache. And then I told her, but you are very open-minded. So now what is the problem? So she said, no, cheating is not okay. There are, some things are off limits. So I said, you see, everybody is playing with their own mind. So you don't understand that in order to be so open-minded, and I will tell you, in my experience, Brahmins are the most open-minded people in the world. We BKs are very open-minded, more open-minded than anybody in the world. Because what does open-minded mean? Open-minded means unconditional acceptance. And that can happen only when you are very full inside. The opposite of acceptance is expectations. And whenever there is not that fullness in your heart, there will be expectations. That is why Baba says this detached and loving is a very high state when you can, give strength, support, cooperation, be there, but you don't expect anything. Yes, you inspire everybody, you tell them the law of reciprocity, that if you give back, it will multiply, and all of that. But then you are not expecting, you are never disappointed by anybody's actions. And this happens when you make Baba your company and companion. And Baba is not visible to the naked eye, so it requires deep faith and of course open-eyed faith, because you can see that Baba has come for you. Baba is giving you everything, sustaining you, teaching you every day. So then that faith develops, and then you can forward this chain, where you feel supported, you feel you're never alone, you feel Baba's company and companionship, and then you extend it to others also. So this is one thing. Second thing Baba today talks about is, so there are many points in the Murli. The Murli is about being a Salvation Army mainly. But Baba today talks about, Baba says 2 times that I'm not defaming you, I'm not insulting you. I'm just telling you what is what. And Baba says, so I remember there was this one Mata, she was telling me that they were sitting in the Lokik family, and then she was talking about meditation. And then her sister, she said that my only meditation is that I switch on the OTT and I start watching it. So she said that is not meditation, that is distraction. And then this sister, she got offended. So she said, no, it's meditation for me, even if it's not meditation for you. My definition of meditation is different from yours. And she got very defensive. So then this sister, she held her hand and she said, why do you think I'm telling you you are wrong? Because I have experienced meditation, I have experienced that it is very healing, and I want that for you. Why do you think that I'm trying to win a debate here? It's not about whether your method is right or my method is right. My dear sister, I love you and I want you to experience what I have experienced. So then this sister calmed down and then she said, okay, so then tell me. So Baba says, people in the world, they take offense very easily. So when we are body conscious, you think everything is about who is right, who is wrong. No, but Baba says no. If you are a little in touch with yourself, then you realize that no, Baba is telling it for my own good. If somebody doesn't correct you, doesn't mean they love you more. Somebody doesn't correct you that when you need to be corrected, that means they don't care for you. So Baba says, I come and tell you everything. It's not like this, it's like this. So this is something wrong that you're doing, correct this. And I'm not trying to insult you or your previous belief systems or your faith or anything. I'm just telling you what is the truth, because I know the truth. I am the truth. And I felt this was so beautiful in the Murli today, because I felt that even Baba clarifies many times what is his intention, and he doesn't need to clarify actually, but Baba has this deep love for us where he even cares to clarify that, child, I'm not trying to defame you or insult you. I'm just telling you because I know the truth. So Om Shanti. Let's so anybody wants to share anything, please do. Yes.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti.
Didi, today I was confused in one point.
Hmm.
Baba said about unlimited disinterest.
Hmm.
So, how should we play our role? With limited disinterest or unlimited disinterest?
So, unlimited disinterest means you are doing everything but detached, what we call behad ka vairagya. Okay? And limited disinterest is when you want to run away from something. That is had ka vairagya, which Baba says when sannyas dharma starts, then that happens. So, Baba says you should have unlimited disinterest, not limited one.
Okay.
Okay. And anything else?
Om
Okay.
Shanti,
Om
Didi.
Shanti. Hanji.
I think this was very beautiful and it really caught my feeling when you said that telling someone, motivating someone, and influencing someone is influencing gently and not by putting force. So, thank you for that.
Om Shanti. Thank you. Yes.
Good morning, Shilpa Didi.
Good morning.
Today I learned from you was faith versus experience and faith in Baba. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Bhai. Yes. Anybody else wants to share? Okay. That's all. Om Shanti.